Good morning. How's it going? I see we have Jeremy here and maybe one other who's lurking, but I'm not sure. That's all right. We'll get started with our opening number. This time it's a St. Paddy's Day special number.
It's the Calby and Rocko Cat Lego live stream. It's the Calby and Rocko Cat Lego live stream. It's the Calby and Rocko Cat Lego live stream. Top of the morning to ya. It's the Calby and Rocko Cat Lego live stream. It's the Calby and Rocko Cat Lego live stream. It's the Calby and Rocko Cat stream, top of the morning to ya.
And there we go, our special St. Paddy's Day opening number and everything else. Okay, well, we've got 3 here, so 3's a crowd, and we're ready to get going. Now, we're going to go to the reason why there are so many sharks on my Lego live stream. My most popular video on my channel has been this one. Believe it or not, folks, that has gotten me 25,000 views. It only took me about 15 minutes to do, and it was a joke. It was meant for Shark Week, just as a laugh, and it took on a life of its own. What can I tell you? Okay, so after the first couple videos, what do you do on a Saturday morning? You go straight into your commercials. Has this ever happened to you? Injuries happen all the time, but most times they're not your fault. So if you have an injury that's not your fault, call us, Sharky, the lawyers. Remember, we win or you get eaten. Thank you for your attention. All right, there you have it. Those personal injury shark lawyers. Remember, they win or you get eaten. That's how it works. Okay, we're going to go into our one of our serials, and this time it's going to be the last episode of Peter Perilous 6. Peter Perilous, I should say. It's number 6, and we're going to go from that one, and we're going to show the latest one, but we're going to remind you of what's gone on by playing number 6. Here we go. what will happen next. Okay, that was a nice little quickie for Peter Perilous. He found out the Yeti's a fake, yet a Yeti escaped the cave before the explosion happened. Now we're gonna go straight into a little bit of Rocko transforming because people like to see Rocko. So here you go. Ever wish your cat could be more than your cat? Well, now you can do it with the new Transformers line of cat. Not a real product and not sold in any stores. All right, there we have it. Rocko with his Transformer outfit. Okay, and we're going to have another little bit of Lego ad marketing here. Have you been going back and forth, trying to make up your mind about whether or not you should have an advertising campaign? Back and forth, back and forth? Well, let Lego marketing ads put your worries to rest. We can get your message to your customers, whether it be goods or services. Try Lego ad marketing today, building confidence one brick at a time. That's right. Imagine what Lego ad marketing can do for you. Hey, Timmy, good to see you. You're just in time for the last episode of Cabman. And before I rush into it, you may hear in the background people scraping their cars because we've had a nice little bit dumping of snow of about 3 inches. We're getting another 3 inches today. It's a bit of snow just to dampen our St. Paddy's Day spirits. Nice to see you, Timmy. It's time for Cabman. Look, Barry, I can't make head nor tails of these plans, so until I can, you're not getting this briefcase full of money. You can't? You won't believe the guy who made this video. Sheesh. I'll take it. Hey Stash, did you see the S-car go? Never mind that. I have someone I'd like you to meet. Cabman, this is my niece, Nastasia. Nastasia? Cabman. Can you show her around town, Cabman? Sure thing. No problem. Let's go.
This is a nice place. How long have you worked for my uncle? And whose car is that? Wow.
Back early? What's going on? Seems like we weren't copacetic. See you tomorrow, Stash. I'm off to do another shift.
Good. He finally left. Now this is more like it. This is so much fun, Guber.
Win again, Cabman. And there we go. And today's Big Slurp is brought to you by Tone Yeager. Perfect your sound. Hey, good morning, Brandy. Nice to see you. Okay, we're off to something that was inspired by Ted's Nightcrawler. That's right. You remember that blue guitar that had all kinds of ick in it? Well, here we go. And that's right. Go ahead. Bug your neighbors. I couldn't help that one. Okay, we're going to continue with our bit of a Celtic theme here by giving you a quick Happy St. Paddy's tune. Okay, there we go. Now we've reached the point in the show where I blather on about an album. And this time it's from one of my faves, and it's in the Celtic variety. This is the Book of Secrets by Lorena McKinnon. I suspect it was my growing awareness of my own wanderlust and curiosity that made me aware of the real sense of connection I felt to the Celtic lineage, as part of that New World extension of a people who ranged so astonishingly far and wide. And the more I learned of the pan-Celtic culture and its unexpected turns and twists, the more I was drawn to learn about the Celts' contemporaries, which in turn set me off on tangents which might have little or no connection to the Celts themselves. Thus writes Lorena McKinnon in the liner notes of The Book of Secrets. This is a phenomenal album that was released back in, let me have a look here. 1990, does it say? 1 second, I'm getting blind. No, 1997. So it's almost 30 years old. And this is like one of my favorites of hers. It has some tremendous songs on it. And it continues the Celtic theme of today's live stream. There's the big hit from this was something called the Mummers Dance that you may recall. Look it up on YouTube, great song. But for me, my highlight is the Highwayman. I did a Lego video of it, and my version of it is a poor comparison to how Lorena McKinnon and her band did this. This song is incredible. Now, the whole thing about this album is it's an exploration of where Celtic music came from, and also to its connections to other cultures. There's a lot of Arabic sound in this album that you will hear and no doubt recognize. It is pretty incredible. There's so many good songs, but again, it's something that is a niche thing. Now, not very many people will go out of their way to listen to a woman with a harp who can sing like an angel. But I did, and when I did, I discovered her other album called The Visit. Now, this album called The Visit had a tremendous song on it called The Lady of Shalott, and it was about a different take on La Morte d'Arthur by Mallory. Now, this was La Morte d'Arthur is, of course, about the King Arthur legend and the Round Table and all of that. And she did that song, and that sort of sold me on her and her voice, and also her playing. Now, she used to be a busker back in the old days in Toronto. And I can imagine someone setting up a little harp outside on the street, hoping it stays in tune, and playing the songs that she does. Now, the other cool thing that I found out about Loreena McKennitt is she set up her own publishing company when it was all about selling CDs, called Quinlan Road. And she figured out that she could produce a CD for $2 and sell it for $15. And she figured, well, if the record companies can do it, why can't I? And so she went ahead and did it herself. And she sold over 1 million copies of this particular song called The Mummer's Dance. Now, it's really hard to describe to someone who's not listened to it before, but I would have to say that if you're curious about world music at all, this is a really cool introduction to it, because there's so many instruments used on this. And I will refer to the liner notes here, because the liner notes are extensive, by the way. And sort of like goes about where she is, where she's traveling through, and the whole bit. What parts of Europe and so on. And let me have a look. I just want to see. Here we go. All right, now she did vocals. Let's see what else is here. Vocals, harp, something called a kanun, accordion. Anne Bourne played cello, acoustic guitar, mandola. Martin Brown played acoustic guitar, mandolin, mandola. Stuart Bruce, assembled drone. Let's see what else. Paul Clarbus, a snare drum. Nigel Eaton, the hurdy-gurdy, and the hurdy-gurdy's on track 5, and track 5 is The Highwaymen. There you go. All kinds of other instruments are being used. Hurdy-gurdy, something called a sarangi, rebec, a lira de braccio. Somebody even played something called an oud or an ode. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's O-U-D. There are electric guitars, acoustic guitars, bouzouki's, guitar synthesizer, classical guitar, vocal drone, Victorian guitar, mandocello. There's just so many different instruments used to produce the sound, and there's not too much trickery, just really well produced album. Now, this is not for everyone, but if you are curious, I would suggest you listen to and go out to YouTube and check out The Highwaymen, and also to check out The Mummer's Dance. That's MUMMER''S Dance. Those are her Mummer's Dance is the hit, The Highwaymen for me is my favorite. And if you want to learn a little bit more about Celtic music, read her liner notes. Holy cow. She put a book in there. So I will have to say, this is almost nearing 8 minutes and I'm going to have to edit this, but I look at this album and I go, this is a masterpiece. And it's a masterpiece that's like obscure and not really as well known as it should be. And I hope it does like reach through to you, because that's what music like this is supposed to do. So I will say that's enough about The Book of Secrets by Lorena McKennitt. It is such a cool album. And there you go. That's me blathering on about The Book of Secrets and Lorena McKennitt. Now, Lorena McKennitt's albums are available on Amazon and everything else. You can check her out. But I would go over to the Quinlan Road site to order directly. Yes, Jeremy, that's exactly the her version of The Highwaymen inspired my little movie there. I tried to do a cover of it. It's nowhere near as well as how she does it. I really encourage you to go check that out on YouTube if you can. Really worth your 10 minutes. Okay, now we're going to go from the long to the short of it. Here's a little thing I called Life with Woof #1.
My vet says I'm easily distracted. Ooh, what's that? What's that? Shiny, shiny, shiny.
And there you have it. That's from the long to the short of it. Okay, this little part of the show is going to be a little bit on little behind the scenes tricks on how you can do like Lego stop mo special effects, and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. I call this little film Tactics. Today I'm going to share the little secret of using tack for Lego. Now, tack is a great thing for when you want to do physical characters flying, leaving the ground and making it look like they're not leaving, making it look like they're flying, making it look like it's real. Now, you're going to see from the side view here that I tried attaching this with tack and a small toothpick and so on, but this never really worked because of the shape and the weight of the character. So in the end, I had to just try doing it by tacking the back of the head of the character and putting it on the wall like that and doing that. And that worked. And what you're going to see is that's the trial and error of it. And what you're going to see is me trying to do it. And you're going to see it get done in a second. Now you're going to see me keeping on every couple of seconds, move in, change position, raise it. And you're going to get the stop motion view of it in another moment. So in this segment, I'm making it look like he's flying up the wall. Now the trick with this is for a regular video, I'd be way more subtle and take way more shots. But this is just a little short demo video. It also shows you how versatile the tack is. I used it to glue him onto the top of the wall without him tipping over. Little things like that you can do with tack. I even used it on Cabman's Goober and Nastasia for keeping them on top of the hot rod. So just a little background on how this stuff works. And right about now you're about to see the stop motion version of this. And there you have it, $1 special effects from Dollar Store. Thanks for watching. And there you go, that's a little trick of the trade. Now I use this for when I want to do something that is very light and I can float it up. Other times I use the blue screen, and with the blue screen I can cheat and use blue Lego bricks that are invisible to the eye when it comes to displaying it. Now we're gonna go from there to something a little more serious. No, I do not taste blue blue clay. Okay, last year at this time, a whole bunch of YouTubers got together and helped me out on my cat surgery, and I'm ever grateful for that. And this live stream is kind of dedicated to that time, and this is my giving back, is trying to spread a little joy every Saturday morning and have a little fun. So this is Rocko 1 year ago after he got back from his surgery and from his removal of sutures. Well, guys, Rocko's back home. Come on in. And he's home from the doctor with a complete, clear bill of health. He's free and clear to have fun. Got his stitches out. Doctors liked how he was responding and how he was recovering. So all is very well right now. Thanks, everyone. There we go. Yeah, Rocko has such a face, eh? It's like unbelievable. He just melts my heart every time I look at him. Okay, now it's time for Lego's Unnatural World with David Cattenborough. What do we have this week? This is David Cattenborough for Lego's Unnatural World. Tonight we discuss the lionebra. Thought by scientists to be a cross between a lion and a zebra, the lionebra is an anomaly. It is the first known animal that is known to hunt itself. This is an artist's rendering of the local watering hole where there used to be many of them. These days they're very rare and hard to find. The lionebra, one of the Lego's Unnatural World's strangest anomalies. This is David Cattenborough signing off. And there you go, the lionebra. Another critical part of Lego's Unnatural World. Okay, we've come to the portion of the show where it's time for Peter Perilous 7. Are you ready for more twists? Here we go.
Look, Barry, I can't make head nor tails of these plans, so until I can, you're not getting this briefcase full of money. You can't? You won't believe the guy who made this video. Sheesh.
Oops, sorry.
I'll take it. Hey Stash, did you see the S-car go? Never mind that. I have someone I'd like you to meet. Cabman, this is my niece, Nastasia. Nastasia? Cabman. Can you show her around town, Cabman? Sure thing. No problem. Let's go.
This is a nice place. How long have you worked for my uncle? And whose car is that? Wow.
Back early? What's going on? Seems like we weren't copacetic. See you tomorrow, Stash. I'm off to do another shift.
Good. He finally left. Now this is more like it. This is so much fun, Guba.
Win again, Cabman.
All right, here we are again at coming near to the end. We've got this going on. This is the attic. A nice visit. This is via satellite all the way from Ireland.
We have a special treat tonight. Live via satellite all the way from Ireland, the McCrearys.
We are the McCrearys, we're here to put on a show. Lots of lovely music before we have to go. We are the McCrearys, we're to chase away the grey. We are the McCrearys, playing music on St. Paddy's Day. Oh, the faces have changed throughout the years, but the music has been the same. Remembering all the laughter and the tears, and you'll be glad we came. We are the McCrearys, we're here to put on a show. Lots of lovely music before we have to go. We are the McCrearys. music on St. Paddy's Day. We are the McCreeries, we're here to put on a show. Lots of lovely music before we have to go. We are the McCreeries, we'll chase away the grey. We are the McCreeries, playing music on St. Paddy's Day. Oh, we are the McCreeries, we're here to put on a show. Lots of lovely music before we have to go. We are the McCreeries, we'll chase away the grey. We are the McCreeries, playing music on St. Paddy's Day.
And there you go. There's our trip to the attic. A special visit from the McCreeries via satellite. Now we're going to be ending the live stream right about now. I'm going to end it with the opening number. I'd like to thank everyone for coming and anyone who's watching later on. It's always a lot of fun doing this. And I always have a lot of fun entertaining you guys. So here we go. We're going to repeat the opening number and say good day. Top of the morning to you all.
It's the cow